What it do, man? It's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. So, hold on, let me take this out. So, since the passing of Kobe Bryant, the internet looking for somebody to blame, and now we got all these conspiracy theories out there, and everybody want to figure, was he assassinated? Was he killed? So stuff is surfacing all over the internet. People finna be doing their own private studies, digging into things just to try to go viral, do shock value, get views, and all these things. Well, let's break down some of the common sense things. So somehow they found this cartoon from 6 years ago of Kobe Bryant dying in a helicopter crash. And people were like, oh, what's the coincidence of that? Kobe died in a real helicopter crash. Let's watch the cartoon and then let's break down some of these things. See what's going on here. Okay.
Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant.
Help me.
Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out.
Pass. These were shit.
Okay. Let's go back there again. One more time again. Go back here. Let's watch this again. So it said in 2017, there was an episode of the cartoon, The Legend of Chamberlain Heights in 2017. In 2017, where Kobe Bryant died in a helicopter crash. Now, but a person predicted in well, you're going to see. So this cartoon was in 2017, 3 years ago, of Kobe dying in a helicopter crash.
Oh, shit. It's Kobe Bryant.
Help me.
Just pass me the trophies and we'll pull you out.
Pass. These were shit.
Okay, so we see that. Now, let's go. Now, from that, let's watch what happens after that. So, a Twitter user, so it just said right there, then from there, a Twitter user predicted the helicopter crash of Kobe Bryant. So, somebody on Twitter predicted a helicopter crash of Kobe Bryant. So somebody named Noso on Twitter, November 13th, 2012, predicted Kobe is going to end up dying in a helicopter crash. That's what was said. That was predicted on that. So we had a cartoon saying it, then we got in 2017 saying it, then we got somebody going back from 2012 predicting Kobe is going to die in a helicopter crash. So that's two. Coincidence or not? Okay. Now, what's not being said about that situation is this. Kobe Bryant been traveling in helicopters for years. He had his own private helicopter called the Kobe One. So he had his own private helicopter that he'd been flying in for countless of years. Longer than 6 years ago. So everybody knew for the most part he traveled in his own private helicopter for years. So is this a coincidence that a cartoon will show him dying in a helicopter crash? Nope, not when he's known for flying in helicopters, his own private helicopters. And what about the prediction of the person going back from 2012 saying Kobe is going to die in a helicopter crash in 2012, which is now 8 years later? Is that a coincidence? Is that some prophecy he prophesied? Not really, when Kobe again is known for flying in helicopters. He was a very private, quiet person who was a family man. So 9 times out of 10, he not gonna get killed in the street or stabbed somewhere. He was a exercising junkie that took care of his body, so he didn't do no drugs. So he was in good physical top condition. So if you're going to prophesy he will die any type of way, you would think it'd be in some type of crash. Well, an automobile accident or an aircraft, saying that he flew in a plane. So these ain't no coincidences when you only prophesying and predicting what he was known to travel in. Helicopters. People just crazy, man. Then this other one right here. Look what I mean by how they force the issues. So this guy want to bring up right here, want to bring up all these numbers of equaling up to Kobe's assassination, but he forced the numbers. Let's listen.
By Golden State. And remember, Kobe's last game, he scored 60 out of 101 points. He scored 60, the rest of the team scored 41. When Kobe scored 81 points, his team scored 122.
Okay, y'all might didn't catch that. He forcing the issue. He said in Kobe last game, he scored 60 out of the 101 points. He scored 60 and his team scored 41. Well, you lied again. In Kobe last game, he scored 61 points. He didn't score 60 points, 61. So that throw off your arithmetic from where you're trying to force these numbers. Kobe scored 61 points, not 60. That makes a difference when you're trying to use these mathematical numbers to be equivalent of whatever you're trying to get to justify how these numbers line up to some type of assassination or Illuminati sacrifice. So he lied right there too. See, it's things like that where people are trying to find reasons to force the issue rather than it being what it is. 9 people lost their lives in a plane crash, a helicopter crash. There was no foul play involved. It may have been some miscalculation or some form of ignorance, because they trying to say now that the helicopter with the passengers on it and the fog was so thick, it went up even higher than what the weight can maintain to some degree, causing more pressure on the vehicle. Now here's the thing: it's a vehicle, which means anything could happen. Like you could be driving on a highway and your engine light come on, or your tire fall off, or something, because they machines. These things happen. These things happen. A person lost his life. It wasn't it wasn't no foul play involved in this. I don't believe at all, because everybody died. Like, who all finna just all volunteer to die like some cult ritual? Like, well, let's pack everybody up in our kids, our families. Let's pack everybody and let's just kill everybody in the airplane crash. For what? To benefit who? See, things like that, they're just foolish and stupid. And people would do anything just for the attention. Just for attention. See, things like that, man. But when you wise and you understand, you see exactly how to weed out through the BS and come to the knowledge of what's true, man. So we see they not proving nothing. They didn't solve no case or prophesy or predicted some type of thing that came to pass. The numbers were forced on this guy right here. He lied mathematically wise on this. The dude who said Kobe gonna die in a helicopter crash 8 years ago. So if I'm riding in an airplane for all these 15, 20 years, and I just so happened to die in a helicopter crash. You didn't prophesy and predict nothing as if I wasn't driving anything all the time. That's common sense. That's like a person who drive all the time. You'd be like, man, you're going to have a car accident one day, all that, because you driving in his car all the time. Same thing. So with that being said, man, let the dead rest. Let the dead rest. Let things be what they is. Stop trying to look into this stuff to make it more than what it is. Stop looking at this thing to make it more than what it really is, because it's not. Do something more productive with your time. And stop trying to use these things to have some type of means to make it look like this brother was sacrificed. Because he wasn't. He was a father. He loved his child just like the other people on the planes with their children love their children. On the helicopter with him love their children. These people ain't going on there to purposely be sacrificed, or somebody, when they was asleep, went up under the helicopter and planted a bomb on it to kill them. No, man, come on. It happens. It was just unfortunate it happened to him. That being said, man, it's your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment, that's a question, it's yours. Hit the link in the description box, man. Follow me on my Patreon, man. Real Under Here Certified Gift, man. It's available to anybody that's real by contacting me at 414-235-6760. Only if you're real enough to pass the screening for Real Under Here Certified Gift.